Welcome to the stream. I'm just setting up the pump stream. 1 second. For the people that are new to the stream, the title basically means we want to get a streak of 100 days of streaming going. And so far, I've missed a day or two here and there, but I'm still committed to make the streak happen. And for the people that just came from Twitter, I basically bought back a lot of UGCC last couple of days and really tried to do everything I can, to reach those 10%. But as you know, most of my fees have been used for developing the product and paying myself development time. I've been working on this for 4 months now, basically. And I've been just trying to really be consistent, be a good developer. I try to show that just through showing up every day and working hard, you can build your company on Pump. And guys, I've really tried to make this hackathon happen, but it's a hackathon happen. It's looking to be difficult. I need to reach out to the correct people. And the reason why I'm not coding right now is because I'm running the build in the background. The browser build. I've been working really hard last 2 days, on implementing this content address cache solution with the remote Oracle. And I think really this shit, like the shit that we're working on, could change the world. And I'm really honored to be one of the guys that is building in public. I'm really honored and grateful for all the people that have supported the project so far. But I'm always thinking of taking it to the next level, and of course, a pump investment. And winning the hackathon would take it to the next level. And I want to try my best to make it happen. But the way it looks right now, it's looking tough. It's looking tough. I've, like I said, bought back a lot of supply. In the first month of my project, I burned around 12 to 13 million tokens. Not burned, I locked them for 5 years. I've recently burned 3 million tokens before the hackathon announcement. So I'm basically missing 15 million tokens, and that are not within my wallet anymore, but they were bought by me and are locked or burned. And I've really tried to create trust. I've tried my hardest to create trust, and every time somebody was criticizing or fudding for no reason, right, I would block them, or I would try to defend our project. I would try to defend my credibility, and all of this was just to create trust, because I know very well what it looks like to an outsider. To an outsider, it looks like, oh, this guy wants to make bank with this software and not actually ship anything, but just make fees and just farm his supporters and so on and so on. But I've actually done so much to try to create trust between you and me, you that is watching and me that is working on this. I've shown my face countless of times. I've traveled the world to try to find collaborators and show my project to you know big people in the software industry, and I've been really trying to put myself out there and do all the work necessary to create trust in this project, right? So I feel like we really deserve to compete in this hackathon, and I'm not even talking about winning. Like, I want to win so bad, right? I want to do everything in my power to win, but like, just participating by itself would be my honor, and also because, like, I believe in Pump. I believe in the vision of saying everybody can found a company. I believe in that. So I would like to participate in order to carry the torch, and just show up. Like, yeah. Um, I'm really serious. Like, I know it's called Pump Fun, but like, I'm really serious about building a business and building a software startup. And if I've founded an LLC from my fees, I've used my fees to found an LLC to build and distribute software. So I really just want this to work out for all the people that have supported me so far. And I think with all the hard work that we've been doing, with, me investing over 20K in buybacks and shit, like, I think we deserve to have a shot, And believe me, if I could, I would buy the 10%, If I could, I would buy the 10%, but I can't with the funds that I have now, I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. And I'm gonna continue to try to reach out to the Pump team and try to talk to them and try to get them to understand, like, where I'm coming from, with all this work that I've been already putting into the project and into the mission, you know. I just really want to prove that you can trust me, I've been trying to prove that from day one, like. And it's crazy, like, when I announced that I want to participate in the Pump Hackathon, the price doubled. I could have bought more supply, but the price doubled, of the supply. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I made like 5 to 6 bands in like 3 4 days, right? Of just fees from all this hype around UTCC and me participating in the hackathon, right? Made like 5 or 6 bands. But what did I do with those 5 or 6 bands? I put them all into the buyback, I put them completely into the buyback. So now I'm putting all my money into this, right? And it's really creating like a situation where, like, I am exposed, I'm way exposed. And if you don't trust me now, like, I don't know what I need to do, I have already put in so much work and so much effort and so much thought and, hours of development. And now I've been putting so much money into this, and like, somehow I still am not trusted by Pump, in order to participate. So I'm just gonna explain what happened. Like, I just talked to the support of Pump, right? And I asked them, like, is there anything I can do in order to get to the 10% and, compete in the hackathon, and like they said, like, it's not possible if you don't have 10%. And they didn't further explain or didn't offer anything I could do, right? And I just think it's like, I understand it, I understand that this is the requirement and everybody is supposed to keep the requirement. But like I said, like, I've been trying to create trust from day one. And for them to say, like, you don't have 10% supply, so we can't trust you, is like, bro, my name is out there, um, my LinkedIn is out there, like my GitHub is out there, my face is out there, everything is out there already. You can definitely trust me. And like, I'm trying to connect everything that we do in the virtual space. I'm trying to connect it back to the real life and to the real world by going places and by going to the network school. I'm really trying to put Pump as a builder platform out there. Also, I've people that have met me at events, I've been telling them about Pump. I've been telling them, launch your company here, raise funds here. I've been telling them the exact same thing that Pump was posting in their hackathon announcement, right? I was telling them, like, this is the future of founding. You don't need VCs, you don't need an angel investor that tries to rob you. I've been telling people this, right? With no reward coming from it. I've just been telling people this because I believe in it, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I've been given by Pump, right? But the fact that I'm not eligible, and they reason it with, I can't be trusted, like, I just think it's silly. It's silly to insist on this requirement when I've been clearly trying everything I can to build trust, right? Everything I can. And I think, like, there was this other person, and they just launched like 10 days ago, and Elon replied to them on Twitter and said, "Hey, let's talk. Let's see how you can participate, even if you don't have the 10%." And I don't understand, like, why this is like an exclusive treatment. You know. So please, if any of the Pump members are watching this, like, just please reach out to me, and like, let's make it happen. Because I'm with you 100%. I want to do the same things. I want to spread the same ideas, but like, you have to let me. You have to let me participate, and you have to let me compete, and you have to let me do my best. Otherwise, I can't do any more things. I've already bought back so much, and I've already tried so hard to make it happen with the 10%. But if it fails because of that, I think, like, yeah, it's just really unfortunate. Um, Obviously, if they don't respond with any positive indication of whether we can participate or not, then I will just apply and hope for the best. Um, yeah, like, I would probably just apply and hope for the best, but I think it's, I think it sucks. I think it sucks. And like I said, I would buy the 10%. I would, but I can't. I don't have the money. And think about it, like, the top holders of my coin, I'm in contact with all of them, right? I'm in contact with all of them. I know they are holders. I know they are not in it for the quick buck. They believe in the vision. They believe in the mission, you know, and like, uh, you can trust me and the big holders. You can trust us because, like, we've been holding for so long, and we've recovered from huge dips. We've recovered from huge volatility, like, every time, because we're all convinced that what we're working on is worth it. And I hope that other people can see this as well. Other people can also see the conviction that we are working with, and I hope that other people can also profit from the efforts we are putting in, and the way we try to spread our project. And I agree, like sometimes I post stupid shit, right? Like I'm not a perfect person, definitely not. But I'm just like everybody else, but instead of hiding behind some NFT profile picture, I'm actually showing myself and trying to create trust instead of abusing trust. So I just hope it gets recognized. I hope that people understand, like, we're trying really hard to make this right. We're trying really hard to make this right. Yeah, so while I'm waiting for the build to finish, I needed to create a fresh build. So it can take like 20 more minutes, maybe 30 more minutes. Kind of sucks, but it is necessary. And seriously, like, it's called build in public, right? How many projects actually have a public GitHub with code on it that are participating in the hackathon? It's called build in public, right? How many projects are actually doing real life streams where they talk about their project? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to play by their rules, and like, not because I want to play by their rules and be like accepted or get clout or whatever, but because I believe in these things to be good. I believe it's good if you show your face and you address concerns and stuff. That's why I'm doing it. But I'm just asking, like, how many people are doing that? I wish more people would, you know? I wish there would be more developers, like technical people on Twitter and on Pump, you know? I wish. But how many are actually doing that? I'm down to help Pump, you know, attract developers or like support other projects as well. I'm down to do that, but like I also want to participate in this opportunity, and I think we deserve it. Like we would be the fucking poster child, you know? I'm gonna take a little break, but I'll be back in a minute. Look, another reason why I'm building trust, right? I never paid for bots, man. Not once. I never paid for a key opinion leader. Never. No. The only advertisement I pay for is fucking Google ads because I want to escape the pump bubble and bring this project to more people. I want to carry the torch, like I said, man. I want to carry the torch. I said in my hackathon announcement stream, I want to be the number one developer on Pump. I want to be the number one company on Pump, right? So, like, let me fucking try. Right. I'll be back in like 3, 4 minutes. All right. I'll just get some fresh air for a second. Damn it, it's cold in here. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm so tired. From all this traveling. Been driving 6 hours today, 7 hours, and all this working. In 2 days, I'm gonna fly to freaking Malaysia, man. It's gonna be crazy. Right, the build is finishing up. It's gonna take a couple more minutes. I basically got the Oracle to work. Only thing that is not working yet is like the browser validating against the Oracle. Um, but the browser content-based hash is also working. It's just like validating the cache against the Oracle is not working yet. All right. It's also just great to see that turbine works well. Makes me happy. And I'm gonna shave probably tonight, just because the beard is way too long. Wanna look halfway decent when I arrive in Malaysia, not look like a homeless person. So the build succeeds at the moment, but somehow it crashes. So I'm just trying to find the issue. Still crashing. All right, I think I found the fix for browser build. Let's see. Yes, it builds. Nice. All right, it's communicating with the oracle actually. Nice. But huh. Need to think about this. The wave, you're wondering what that noise is, that is my chair. It's just a little bit old and brittle. All right, I'm gonna continue deep to debug this just because I want to make it work, but also gonna end the stream soon just to get some proper rest tonight. Um, yeah. Somebody in chat asked, "Can you explain the project?" Well, I'm trying to build a very efficient browser that is orders of magnitude more efficient in terms of bandwidth. And there are two long-term goals. Number one is create a super efficient browser that onboards the next billion users to the internet, because a lot of users can't access the internet because of network constraints. And the second goal is to create a comprehensive development platform for the web, which is arguably the biggest app economy in the world or in existence. And yeah, just provide a platform that um, has all the necessary things for you to start developing apps without, you know, worrying about identity, worrying about analytics, worrying about email, worrying about subscriptions, licenses, all of that. I'm trying to integrate all of that into the browser so that you never have to pay for these services, right? Trying to implement native libraries, native email client, native analytics, and do it all in a way that is very efficient so that, like I said, all of those users that have limited network constraints can use the internet properly. If you look at projects like Opera Mini, for example, a project that tried to create a browser for limited network environments. Opera Mini, for example, what happened was that what they basically did is when you requested a page, they would send the request to an Opera proxy, which then took a screenshot of the page, compressed the screenshot very heavily, but also added clickable areas and stuff. And this was used by a lot of people in 2010. And then it became, or like 2011 kind of was the peak, I think, of their usage. But it was very limited in, the app experience. But they were able to reduce websites by 90% this way, right? And I'm trying to reduce websites by 90% by eliminating a lot of redundant network activity that, happens across websites that could easily be made native by the browser. And I'm trying to eliminate redundant bandwidth for privileged users with good bandwidth connections, because they are also kind of bloating the bandwidth that is available for the internet to run. And if we lower the bandwidth, even just by 1 or 2% globally, for web traffic, right? For web traffic, not for like all in all bandwidth usage, but for web traffic, if we optimize it by 1 to 2%, this translates to millions and billions of dollars being saved by network providers and companies that build on the web. So the goal is to create this browser that is very integrated with web technologies and just kind of creates this win-win situation for everybody involved. And if we think about browsers, they are heavily regulated kind of by the web committees that run browser development, but you know, I'm trying to say fuck that and basically build an opinionated browser that can do a lot of things a lot better just because it has optimizations, like for example, a content-based cache, which we are implementing right now. And according to my calculations and experiments, this content-based cache could save around 100 megabytes per day per user, right? So if we scale this to 1 million people, you know, it would be 1 million times 100 megabyte per day. And this would be a lot of data that would be saved for companies and users. And that's basically what I'm trying to do, just build a really, really efficient browser. Wow, the people that are debating building in public right now on Twitter are really big idiots, man. Like this Twitter Nikita guy is so wrong about this, but he also doesn't know what he's talking about because he's not a founder in 2026. So he actually doesn't have a say in it. He's just a guy commenting from the sidelines, you know. But that's Twitter, right? That's Twitter. Everybody's commenting from the sidelines. I'm just saying, like, building in public is probably the best thing you can do if you're serious. Building in your basement for months and then launching to find out that 5 people are watching is definitely not the move. But you wouldn't know if you have never found it before, or if you're not found it in 2026, where it's incredibly hard to build motion with all this brain rot and people wasting time online. Like, how are you, like, trying to build a community of people that are interested in what you're doing is your bread and butter. Like, you have to do it sooner or later. You have to do it. So if you start doing it without having a product, then that's the perfect moment to start, you know. But starting at any point is good to build in public. Okay, getting some interesting logs. Come on. Mm. Like, we're so close to getting this to work, you know? Okay. So this is good progress. We're basically validating files against the Oracle, but we need to handle yeah, retries better. Finally. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, guys, I will end the stream soon. I just wanna verify this last build. Progress is great. Have to figure out some more edge cases, but all in all, I'm happy with the progress. Obviously, I have to review a bunch of code and make sure everything works as intended, you know. Wrote a lot of code with Claude, but I'm confident, or it looks good, you know. A couple details missing, but looks really good. And then the next part is gonna be about um, next part is gonna be about displaying the savings from this new cache method. So up here in the corner, we had this little tracker for our experiment, and I tweaked it to now measure the savings instead. Yeah. Fuck this guy. Don't want to reply now. Don't want to give him attention. Um, yeah. Let me rebuild, retry. Okay, no info on most of these. Still, I think it's because the active or wasn't cleared properly. Let me also understand, like, cache is valid. Okay. Invalid. It must be the Twitter icon. Interesting. Oh. Fuck this guy. If you also want to get added to the chat group, just reply under my latest post or send me a message. I'll happily add you to the group chat. I should probably end the stream soon because it's already an hour later and we made good progress, but I need to go home. Guys, if you want us to participate in the hackathon, then fucking tag these guys. Like, you know, I appreciate everyone that is supporting and commenting and like reposting, but fucking tag these guys so we can get their attention, you know? And I'm not even begging for attention or whatever this guy is saying in the comments. Like, I'm literally just trying to stand up for my community and our project. Like, fucking tag these guys, please, so we can participate. Like, I don't know what to say, you know? Fucking tag these guys. Like, you think I'm gonna get their attention by myself? Y'all need to comment. Y'all need to either comment on the post or tag these guys. All right. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that is supporting that I want to participate in the hackathon, and y'all need to tag these motherfuckers. All right, I'll pack my things and go home because I'm tired and we've already streamed for 2 hours or something. And I'll stream again tomorrow. And after that, I will be traveling, but I'll try to stream even when I'm traveling. And yeah, we'll go to fucking Malaysia. Will be awesome. I was in Asia once before, loved it, and honestly, I'm really excited. Let's go. I'm gonna leave fucking Germany for a couple of weeks. It's too cold, man. Too much snow and shit. Makes you depressed. All right. See y'all tomorrow.